Good afternoon. A Land Rover has been driven into Wokingham railway station. It smashed through the glass panels of the building early this morning. A cash machine has been stolen, but it's not yet known how much money was inside it. The passengers have been unable to use the ticket office while the damage is assessed, but trains are running as normal.
You know, it was a serious incident. It appears at this stage the investigation is very early at the moment as far as what we're doing. We're trawling through CCTV, but it would look to us as if it was a well-organised, well-planned attack.
A man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder on the A41 near Aylesbury. Police were called to a van fire in a lay-by on Monday night. The driver escaped without serious injuries. The customers whose cars were left in a boggy field near Gatwick by rogue parking firms say they've not only returned from holiday to find them covered in mud, but also with more miles on the clock. ITV Meridian has spoken to owners who've returned home. They say they're shocked at the conditions their vehicles were left in. Well, 5 companies thought to be operating illegally at the site are being investigated. A group of women from Basingstoke have headed to London to take part in a national protest about changes to their pension. Women against state pension inequality say they face financial hardship due to not receiving a state pension until they're 65. They say their retirement plans have been shattered.
It has a lot of impact, you know. I aim to retire at 60 so that I could be at home with my husband who's retired and look after my grandchildren. And it's costing me $38,000. That's what I've lost. So, you know, it has a great impact. There are a lot of other women who have got all sorts of different implications, but it's awful and it shouldn't have happened.
Angry campaigners gathered in Brighton last night to demonstrate against last week's Brexit vote. Almost 70% of the city's population voted to remain in Europe, and thousands have now signed a petition calling for a second referendum. More remote communities in Oxfordshire will have access to high-speed fibre broadband. Nearly £7 million is being spent extending the network, benefiting 64,000 homes and businesses. Well, to find out if there's any chance of any sunshine anytime soon, is Simon.
From cold fronts to camping, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Well, it seems today's weather is brought to us by the letter D. Dull, damp and decidedly chilly too, all thanks to the wind, which is taking a couple of degrees off these temperatures, which are already below average for the time of year. 15, 16 is very disappointing, and that wind's strong and gusty, particularly along the coast. Gusts of around 30, 35 miles an hour, quite likely, and cloudy and with outbreaks of rain too. Some of them heavy, a lot of it light and patchy, a whole lot though drifting away eastwards. So as we head towards the end of the day and into this evening, drier weather, clear spells through the night. In fact, a fairly quiet night aside of an odd shower, with temperatures once again back up into double figures. And so tomorrow, bright start the further east you are. From the west, the cloud thickens up again. And yes, there'll be more outbreaks of rain turning up later.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Keeping a close eye on summer. The Pollen Count, sponsored by Allergy Eye Drops.
Well, the damp weather isn't all bad news thanks to the wetness. Pollen levels are dropping through this afternoon, and it'll be the same plan tomorrow. They will start high, but as the rain arrives, they will start to tumble.
Well, do tune in at 6 o'clock this evening for plenty more on the weather and, of course, the day's news. That's when Sangeeta and Andrew will be here. But for now, from the Lunchtime team, thank you for your company. Have a lovely afternoon. Bye-bye.